Hello, welcome back. Welcome back to the doc. I'm Evan Linden. I'm a creator with a vision, but I've yet to be monetized yet, so I still don't know what I'm doing or how I'm going or how I'm going to get there. And that's why I created this page. I'm a work in progress and um still on the practice field, so to speak, but I know I'm doing something, and that's when I realized that that's why this channel needed to be created, because if I don't have a medium to get my ideas to you while they're happening, they might get lost in the process. So I'm learning. I'm a content creator now. I think this is day number 36. I've started, I've started originally I started two channels, this being the third, and then I have two more channels that I've actually started the channel, but they're totally private because I've learned and I know that there's a lot of work that I should do to be prepared for when I do go public. So the first two channels that I started were clearly a good way for me to learn what not to do. And I think how I feel today and what's going on is I think I'm maybe continuing to press at what not to do, even though I'm learning that's not what to do. So I'm growing as a creator, and my urgency, I feel I'm putting too much urgency on the need to create content every day, but I certainly don't want to sacrifice the quality of my content. So it is all consuming for my days, and this is happy Thanksgiving. It's 2:33 in the morning on Thanksgiving morning, so for me it's really like the late Wednesday night. Um, this isn't like a wake up and do the DOCC. This is the end of the day and time to reflect on everything that I'm doing. And one thing one practice that I've started is I'm already producing the thumbnail for each video that I do ahead of time. It seems to be a lot easier for me once I'm doing the back work on any content that I create to already have the thumbnail in hand. It's just one less thing. I find I'm still struggling with getting formulating a template that AI can hold on to, and so this one has way more color and things. I don't know if it's too big a file for YouTube. I'm finding that if I try to add a photo on my laptop, it always tells me it's too big. But if I use my phone, once the file and I go through the studio set on my phone, I'm able to click the custom thumbnail and no problem. So a little confused about that on the technical side. A lot of weird little things, I'm dealing with that I know I could be doing better. And now that I'm making more content and I'm making longer form content, tools like subtitling for like longer content is, I can see how that's going to be an issue. So I'm going to have to get into trying to find some AI support for that. If you have some great ideas of what I might be able to do to create subtitling on my short form content, it was easy. I was thought I was on to something. Um, but if you have some ideas for me, please give a comment down below. I'm sure I'll be getting back to you. I check the comments religiously. Again, I'm a new content creator. This is day 36, day 37. I think I started October 18th with two channels. One's Ichi and Go the Strawberry Brothers. It's cat content, and I'm trying all different things, and I think I'm posting too much, and now I consciously tried to dial back how much I'm posting, and then I feel like no views. So I'm in this weird area where the more I know, I feel like the less I know. Um, So the Ichigo, the Strawberry Brothers channel, that was my best performer for a while. 2 weeks ago, I was like, all right, the future's in the cat channel, and I love my cats, so it's never an issue. And then uh, this past week, if you've been following in some of the other doc series, which are probably being tagged along as far as being in cards, or you could please access my website, or not my website, my channel, and you'll see I have every one of the docs that I've done is included in a playlist already. And I haven't gone public, so um, this being Thanksgiving, I was hoping by the end of Thanksgiving weekend I would have about 10 videos. And then knowing myself and my work habits, to then be posting live the DOCC every night at around 2:30, 3:30 in the morning. So this is probably getting close to around the last times that I want to do the video and then upload, just because of time and things. But the more OCD I get about each piece of content I create, I know I'm going to want to be doing all the subtitling for everything I'm saying, and I'm not scripted. One thing about having like song to video, which is both my other channels, not all the content, but like a lot of the stuff I do for my Bagel Cinematic Beats channel is definitely song to video, so it's easy to just take the lyrics of the song and use that as the for the captioning and the subtitling. And then of course I do many languages, because I don't know who's out there watching, and it's a world. There's a whole world out there. If I'm breaking down my analytics, what I'm finding is America is actually a very small percentage of who might actually be watching. Another weird thing is 3, 4 in the morning, the BCB channel definitely seems to pick up. Last night, before I went to bed, I was at 990 subscribers or something like that. Maybe something like that last night, and I wasn't going to stay up. Let me see if I can get to my channel fast enough to show everybody that I'm not just making this up. And this is literally a channel that 8 days ago was sitting at 40 subscribers. So I'm definitely in a traction, or I'm gaining momentum or something like that. Yeah, I don't know if you can, how well you can. Yeah, there it is, 1.09k subscribers. So actually, since I woke up this morning, that channel has jumped 90 subscribers. So here's another shot there. 1,093 subscribers. And why am I not jumping up and down for joy? Because I'm still looking at something called the viewer hours, 4,000 viewer hours, and that is still looking like impossible to me. So then I'm thinking, well, 1,000 subscribers. Yeah, all right, a little celebration. Okay, little celebration. We got to 1,000. We already cracked that. 1,093. So I'm feeling like I gotta keep producing, keep making content, and that's what I feel for me. Now I'm watching other content creators saying that's you don't need to make a video a day, or this or that. But for me right now, I think it's more about the process of actually making the video and making the content and the routine and the habit of doing that. And that's a lot to do with this video right here, because I'm tired. Um, I'm happy doing what I'm doing, but there's no getting around. Before I may even reopen the computer, I was letting it sleep for like 5 or 10 minutes, especially having worked on it all day. that I'm tired, and I could say I'm not doing it tonight. It's Thanksgiving, and I'm gonna sneak some rest. But that's not me, and that's not you either. Uh, if you're this far in the video, or if you watch this far, you actually understand we're going through this together. And I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm trying to learn step by step from the technical end. And I've never been an editor, video editing, content creating. It's just kind of all fell in my lap. I started making songs just for fun this summer, and the next thing you know, I felt like I was making good songs because the songs were getting stuck in my head, and sharing with friends of mine who also enjoyed the music. And then I was like, how can I monetize this was the challenge. Because as a 50-year-old man, I shouldn't necessarily be just wasting my time making music for fun if I have no other sources of income. So I kind of accepted the challenge to monetize, and I also accepted the challenge to try to teach myself what AI is all about. And I'm not sure how far I've actually gotten in learning AI, but I just know that I am using AI now to help me manage everything I'm trying to do. And I could honestly say there's no way I could be trying to type all the descriptions and captions, and these fat little fingers always making mistakes on the keyboard. Um, you definitely want to optimize talking to the AI, a software that can recognize and kind of really translate what you're saying fast and understand it. So maybe whenever I talk to Siri, maybe I'm saying stuff wrong, but doesn't really catch the human flow so much. So when I talk to ChatGPT, or even I tried Gemini the other day, totally talk in flow and totally handled it in flow. So I know there's tons of AI software out there. If there's something that's easy to use that is better than what I've got going, like I guess I've just kind of got comfortable with Chappy. That's my nickname for ChatGPT. I would say one of the trouble parts of every day now is if I want to do a similar type of content, or if I didn't save a project or something like that, and I go back into ChatGPT, it doesn't know what I'm talking about. So I need to get better at like saving templates or base prompts that I know work effectively into like video generators the way I need to. So I think that's really a big lesson today. I think I had it being the day before, well, yesterday now, but earlier for the day for me. Uh, what what was I gonna do? Well, first of all, waking up to 1,000 subscribers, and really, it's just me and the cats here, and I'm not jumping up and down for joy because I haven't accomplished anything yet. The goal is to get to some income and a steady income. So 1,000 subscribers on a channel where a week ago was at 40. I am pleased. It means I'm doing something. Because I know I'm doing something, I'm definitely continuing doing this. Because um, monetization or not, what I'm learning, maybe one of you out there will learn something too. And I think I've been harping on it in the docs 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Going shorts is not a good formula to be going long, like if you're a stock. I think sure that the I have like one video I think is closing in on 50,000 views. So for a channel that had literally was getting 2 or 3 views per video, I then have this, it's a short. See, that's the thing. It has 50,000 views and might have generated maybe 60% of my subscribers, but I don't necessarily know if those subscribers are ever going to watch my channel ever again. I mean, they subscribed, so I don't know if they're getting notices or whatnot, but I know I can't depend on that, and I'm sure there's a lot of you YouTubers out there like 50,000 is nothing. So, like I said, I haven't really accomplished anything yet, but I do think I was ahead of my potential. Like, where might I be in 4, 5, 6 months? Is this going to take a year to get to 1,000 subscribers? And now I'm wondering, is it going to take a year to get to 4,000 hours? So I really do. I have to transform how I go about um, getting people to watch. So that being in mind, today I decided to make 2 top 10s. A top 10 for my cat channel and a top 10 for my Bagel Cinematic Beats channel. And I can say, having the opportunity to kind of go back through my content and see how far I've come as far as like trying to get like same physical characteristics of my cats onto AI and duplicating that and timing and editing. And I would say 2 weeks ago I didn't even know how to mix sound with video, and now I want to put my original music almost at the bottom of, I didn't know how to voice edit or anything, so I was stuck to whatever was stuck on the video. And I usually just keep that, but I know how to voice edit. I can do the tech, put in the title, transitioning. I'm getting good at those things. So these are qualities I'm gaining, but and it shows in my work. But now that the work's getting better, I want to continue to get it better, and that's part of the challenge. So both channels I made a top 10, and I realized to do the subtitling for a longer, I think both videos ended up being like 25, 30 minutes. So taking like shorts or short videos and putting them together to hopefully make a opportunity that if you're in my library and you're clicking on my videos and YouTube is feeding you more of my videos, if all that's set up right, maybe you get to this video and then you watch a little bit longer, because I need to generate watch hours. So I have to reformulate my strategies on how I'm getting the watch hours. So I I I don't have enough information in my analytics, but I check them all the time, and I know you're not supposed to, but I think for me, the checking on the analytics is helping me learn. But I also realized I don't want to change who I am or the content I create because of analytics. I think that's one thing I want to remain true to myself, is I want to create the content that I want to create, and then hopefully organically people will find me because they get me. So the other 2 channels really they're not faceless. Like, I'm not afraid to show my face, but the cat channel, I like to just show the cats. My voice is probably pretty prominent enough in those videos. Occasionally I might be on the video here and there, but my focus is just for the cats. That's how they're going to get their food. So I got this one. This one's never far from me, Ichi, and then the other one is right over here on the bed, but I don't want to turn the TV around. So today's learning curve was on the 2 top 10s. How to take past videos, and for me, they get lost in my computer, and I know they're in the downloads or in the iDrive or they're on this, and when I'm looking for just one specific video, man, where is it? So for me, and I know you guys are going to be out there laughing at me, but the fastest way for me, instead of like trying to find it in my computer, which I need to organize the folders and the files, but I'm making so much content every day and utilizing my notes, and I it's still like a big giant wave that I need to hold my breath. So what I found the fastest was, for me, just go to my YouTube content and click download, and then get it, and then upload it to my phone real quick, and then send it back to the computer. Just how I do it. So I know I could be saving time doing other ways. Another thing I found out, instead of having the lyrics of one song, or when I was trying to do subtitling, I put them all in one note, and that made it a little bit easier for me. Technically, I learned how to do the subtitling little by little. When I had just like 3 minutes of content, it was boom, I had clicked the lyrics, and YouTube would seem like within seconds have it perfectly set up on subtitling that were timed perfect. Like stuff like that type of technology still kind of blows me away. So now any video I do, I actually do like, I think maybe 9 or 10 languages. I don't know if it's helping me or not. I don't. I just know I've incorporated into my work ethic when I create a video. If doing subtitling gets me 0.5%, and you compound that over a certain number of videos, and compound that over the course of a week, and then compound that over the course of a month, and then a year, it could be the difference for me between monetization on a channel or not. So as a young creator, am willing to put in that work. But one thing I must swear by is the end screen and the cards, which are things that I totally wrote off at the, I think yesterday, after watching, or after creating the DOCC, again, if you made it this far, thank you for joining me in the DOCC. This is Diary of a Content Creator. This is episode number 7. And yeah, it's a great opportunity for me to reflect to you as I look back in the day, because I've been working these crazy hours. What am I really accomplishing? And now talking to you, I'm realizing, okay, I accomplished a lot today, because now I have the confidence that I know how to go like little section by section for longer content to do the subtitling, how to, put in the time so the subtitles only go into a certain area. It gets confusing, but I worked through it today, and now I'm a little bit more, faster hands, and hopefully that's the time I need to be able to start saving. I'd like to be able to take a breath here or there, and probably tonight, because maybe after this video I won't be so OCD about making sure title, caption, description, but probably. I already showed you I have the thumbnail. Where did yeah. So if you're just tuning in now, and in the future, well, let me just go to my photos for you, and you can see, again, I already have the thumbnail for this content that I'm creating now. So when it's done and it's uploading to YouTube, it's just an easy button, and I'm actually okay with this one. Last night I was having major issues with it telling me it wasn't allowed to do this, it wasn't allowed to do that, and that was confusing for me, because 2 days earlier I said what I needed, and then it said, there you go. So yesterday I was saying this is what I needed, and I was saying I can't do that. So these are the highs and the lows, right? The ups and the downs. You think you're getting the hang of it, or make a funny podcast with the cats, and then next thing you know, I'm getting cats with human hands, and I can't wait. I am planning to do a content for this channel. All the video generations that just couldn't use, which I only get like 16 video generations a day, so they're all like pretty valuable to me, and I'm spacing them over 2 different channels. So um, it's a juggle, it's a balance, and I felt like I need to prioritize my Bagel Cinematic Beats channel because it did get to 1,000 subscribers. So my first impetus this morning was the top 10 for that channel, and then I finished that a little late in the afternoon. So I neglected my cats and my cat channel. um, you know, they're outside, but I would like to be outside with them, and then I could be live with them, and hopefully that's an opportunity for me to get more people watching or watching for longer, because a lot of that content really is never longer than 2 or 3 minutes. So my strategy there is to go on a lot of hikes and things, but it's layers of work that I need to prepare to be able to videotape. It's just me here, so it's just me. I'm running 3 channels with two more I'm working on in the back, the very back, and hopefully the 2 channels that I'm doing the wrong way, that is going from short form and hoping and praying and posting every day and content every day. And I enjoy doing it, but I need at some point to be able to benefit. And then I was watching a YouTube creator, uh, and it sounded like he was like making $50 a month, and that scared me, and it made me think, what am I doing? Am I crazy? And I've always been a little, you know, whenever I have an idea or something I want to pursue, once I put my mind to it, I go for it. So I put my mind to it already, and I'm going for it, but I know the road is still a long way to go. So um, very brief moment of celebration on the 1,000 subscribers, but I'm still trying to learn and grow my my abilities technically and creatively. And that's one thing that's actually hard to balance. Like if you're doing all the upkeep of your channels and hoping and wondering why people are or aren't watching, it takes away from the creative energy, which was the whole reason why I got started in the first place, having fun making music, and then putting that music to video, which I really like. And I actually, having been a stagehand for like 7, 8 years, I found I like lights and LED lights and programming lights, and I'm no master at that either. But a YouTube channel gives me an opportunity to get better at that by myself. Hopefully, some people will be watching, but and yeah, getting better at editing. So I think the great thing about, and I don't know if people are gonna watch my top tens, but I think even just putting like top 10 into a thumbnail gets more clickability. So I'm starting to think about things like that. Like that's why I showed you the picture of my thumbnail, going thumbnail first, now creating the video, and I think it's starting to work a little bit better. Like knowing where you're heading. So this is the DOC number 7. I did 2 top 10 videos for 2 different channels today. It was a great opportunity for me to reflect on the content that I've made, to see where I've come. It felt like an end of the year thing, but was just a Thanksgiving thing. I think it was fitting for the one channel, 1,000 subscribers, to do the top 10. And then it actually forced me to look at what were the top performers, and not my favorites. Well, they're all my favorites. But my Lord of the Rings mashup comedy, I thought that was one of my best ones. Who doesn't love Lord of the Rings? I think it didn't make my top 10. So it's funny the content that will perform well. I was just checking to make sure I had hit record because I made that mistake yesterday. So yeah, doing the top 10, I thought it would be easy just to grab some videos and splice them together. It's the same. It's the same work because you need to make quality with what when you're doing that, even though it's kind of like recycling past content. Um, I was kind of excited to put it in a longer form, and I hope people enjoy it. But and until it goes public, who knows? As far as like strategy for programming, I'm definitely trying to be a little bit more mindful of maybe not over posting. So one good whatever. If you must post every day, which I feel like I must post, that's how I feel right now. I must post every day, and I don't know. That's just how I feel. So I'm going by feel. I know what a lot of people say, but I have to go with what I feel. So I do try to post every day, and I'm trying to get ahead. So so I can take that breath. So I have the long form, the top 10 video. I think I'm posting that like tomorrow after maybe people are done eating their Thanksgiving dinners and they're sitting on the couch and they got their phone in their hand. I got a top 10 video going live at like 5:30 tomorrow or something. So who knows? Maybe that'll get some clickies. Um, Clicky to subby. That's kind of, it's not just if they click, you want them to watch, and you want them to watch and subscribe. I think I was about to explain what happened yesterday after this video. I put on my videos, and the end screen came on, and 20 seconds I'm looking at. I couldn't. I think I was talking about this yesterday. 20 seconds, the end screen's coming on, and I can't even watch my own video. It was pissing me off. So I went in and realized that I had a lot of problems, and almost right away fixing, like, so you didn't have to look at my please subscribe button for like 20 seconds, and I turned that to like 5 or 6 seconds, much better. So that part was running smoother. I felt like people aren't afraid to click like or subscribe. Um, I think I'm getting more clicks for subscribe than I do get for likes. But anyway, I think cleaning that up made a big difference. And then cleaning that up, making sure both channels are all clean and nice on their end screens. It was a bit of a work. It was a little bit of a investment in time that I didn't anticipate, even moving as fast as I could go through it. But I also have the peace of mind of knowing that if I do have a video or two that people like, once they get in to my channel or in my library, that I should be able to be retaining people longer to get my viewership hours up. So that's kind of where I'm at today. The top 10 and trying to go short to long. So that always gets me back to me telling you it's better to go long to short. And the content creators, they have their AI tools that take their long and chop it up into 5 shorts, and they're not doing the work, and good for them. I'm still in the phase of doing the work for myself, and I don't have an AI tool to do that yet, and it's not on my must do tomorrow list. But the more content and the longer content I create, like on this channel, I can see how that tool makes sense. Um, but I hope you kind of like me in the raw. It's not edited. I'm not scripted. I'm gonna feel bad if I don't get all the subtitling done, because that's where I feel that might not be such a labor of love. But I am glad that I made this video. I was really tired, but I told you yesterday I'll be back, and here I am. Um, what? Oh, I was hoping to get out and go shopping for a little bit of food, so I had something for Thanksgiving, and I didn't get out of the house, and I have like maybe just a little bit of milk left for coffee, and maybe I'm just praying on the universe for a meal today. But hey, so I did talk about that, having the right supplies, getting your rest, all those things. So I need to talk to myself about those things as we're moving forward, because things are moving at a fast pace. So give a like if you liked. Give a like if you didn't like. I'll take a like. It doesn't. It's free to you, right? Just hit the button. But even better if you gained any value from this, or you've already seen some of my other videos, because this will be the DOCC number 7, so it'll come out probably a week later than the DOC 1. I'll probably release the pre-DOC, the Diary of a Content Creator, and DOC 1, and then I'll release one a day, and then I'll start going live after I have about 10, 12, 14. That's my plan. Do I have it written down or in a calendar or anything? No, I like to log it in this thing right here. Keeps it. I used to have more hair, but the brain inside works most of the time. So that's what I have for everybody today. Happy Thanksgiving. But you won't be seeing this on Thanksgiving. I know that already. But yeah, stay frosty. No, I can't take Anchorman's slogan. But this is Evan Linden. I'm a creator with a vision, and join me in my journey. See you next time.